Hey guys, so here bringing you another video. Now welcome to Climb to Grandmaster. Obviously something a little bit different. We are doing a replay commentary. There is a few reasons for this, which I'll get to in a second. But just to mention, this video I'm recording the day before. It is my birthday today, so I'm recording this, I'm uploading this on my birthday. So I would have turned 28 today. So all I've got to say, you know, when birthdays happen and stuff, you sometimes self-reflect on life and reflect on life a little bit more. Just thank you very much for helping, you know, me do what I do, being part of this crazy adventure we do call life. And whether you're part of the Twitch community or the YouTube community, if you're watching in any way, thank you. I obviously have been doing this now quite a while. In the not too distant future, we'll be actually coming up to a decade, which is crazy to say, of me doing this. Obviously full time, I've been doing this since 2016. Since university finished, and yeah, I absolutely love it. You know, yes, I have my frustrations, but the thing is, I don't have my frustrations of being a content creator. Well, I do, we all do, but the main frustrations are just with solo queue. You know, League can be a bit stressful, but no, thank you. And as you know, I will say, why am I doing a POV commentary? And I will say you're going to get a couple of replay episodes and stuff like that, is because I will say, and I'm fully aware of it, and I fully admit it, I'm not dealing very well with the stress of League at the moment. I know it, you know it, I'm not. I am aware of that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why. I'm not sure, you know, when, you know, years ago, or there was bad incidents and bad teammates, whatever, I could kind of deal with it better. I don't know why I'm not dealing with it as well anymore. But I'm aware of it. I'm trying to work on it. And yeah, I don't want to be a big ball of stress playing the game that I do still enjoy. Because some people have asked that question. It's like, Huz, maybe you don't enjoy the game anymore. No, I do. I really do. I love League. I love the video game. I don't know. I think part and parcel of it, and I have spoken about this before, but it's expectation. Is having expectations on people that are on your team or whatever, you have an expectation up to a certain level, and when that level is not being met quite frequently, you get disappointed and frustrated. And some people have said, well, if you're being disappointed quite frequently, then maybe your expectation is too high. And that's very true. Maybe my expectation is too high, but I don't know. Like, I don't know about you guys. Let me know what you think. But when you're in basically the top 0.2% of the game, you do have that expectation. So today we are playing, by the way, Swain once again. He does seem to be becoming, I don't know, dare I say, my new Nivea. You'll notice I've not been playing Nivea pretty much at all for the last while. I think in the last week we might have uploaded one game of the champion, maybe. And that is completely the example of complete burnout. Meanwhile, Yorick in top lane dives and trades with the Camille. But yeah, it's where I've said, I think it's been weird. Some people have never believed me when I say I get bored with champions. Meanwhile, Wukong does a really weird engage. He does manage to survive though, which is good. I think Viger was looking to go bot lane, and Zeri will die to the Vel'Koz, and that's a good trade. By the way, the Viger was a one-trick Katarina player. I did ban Katarina out myself because the champion has got buffed. Not interested in playing against that champion, and lo and behold, the day that I began banning Katarina again, we are against this player who's a one trick. I did, by the way, look at their match history, which was quite funny. The game before this, they got really fed on Katarina. This game they obviously had to play Viger because the cat was banned. The game after this, they played Katarina and got very fed again. It's just that champion. It's too easy in solo queue to get fed on that champ. Anyway, getting it potentially ganked. Don't think I'm in any kind of risk range, but that, unfortunately, gank, well, I was saying, was going to get me off the cannon, but I managed to get it with W, which is nice. But yeah, I forgot what I was going to say. That's the problem of going on tangents, but it is what it is. Oh yeah, getting bored of champions. Yeah, I genuinely believe sometimes people don't believe that, like, you know, oh, Huz would, you know, just main a champ, it's fine, or if you did main a champ, you'd be fine. Nope, again, I'm bored of Anivia. We're still really well ranked on the champion. I still have a 64% win rate on the champion in 75 games, and I'm just bored of the champ. Again, that's why I'm not playing it. So yeah, that is it. Does that mean I'll never return to Anivia? No, again, I do like the champion. I'm just very much bored of it right now. So give me a week, give me 2 weeks. Again, it's actually hard to say. I don't know. But I'm sure I will play the champion again. So I will also just mention at the beginning of this game, we were on a 4-game win streak. This was the last game I played in this play session. This play session was the Z game that you guys saw. There was a Viger game that I didn't upload, but we won. That was the Nami game, the Swain game that we were against the Zeri mid, where we went 15-2, and then we had this game. Again, very annoying that obviously we were on 99 LP again. It is annoying, but it is what it is. A lot of people, when rationally, and this is the different brains that you sometimes have to have, if you go to 99 LP, you win your next game, it's technically better for you than just getting to promo. Why? And it's annoying, but it is technically better for you because it's better for your MMR, your matchmaking rating, that hidden number in the background, because basically you're getting a win without gaining much LP, but your MMR is still going up. It's proving to the game again by winning, etc. It's proving once again that you deserve to be in the rating you're in, or whatever nature you're trying to use. Ganking bot lane, by the way, I'm looking for a W. I do land it, double land, which is really nice, but they were too far away and too close to tower. So this game, you know, the nature of Swain, you're kind of looking to scale, but obviously the scary thing when you're playing Swain into a Viger is obviously so is a Viger. And does a Viger outscale you as Swain? Yeah, in certain ways he does. As a pure carry, yes. Meanwhile, looking for it, do land the W, but a kill is not on. He pops Predator, weirdly. But yeah, like Viger does probably outscale a Swain in most aspects. Meanwhile, by the way, in top lane, we have Camille versus Yorick. I would most likely give the matchup advantage to Camille. I don't remember the specifics if Camille was a Camille player or if Yorick was a Yorick player. I don't remember, but obviously Sejuani is making appearances in top lane as well, which obviously is always going to hurt the player on the receiving end. Again, people know I'm not a big fan of Yorick. It's weird, like I don't mind the champion in some way, but I just think the playstyle of split pushing is so unhealthy nowadays, and Riot's made it too easy to climb with split push, and like my way of it. And by the way, I'm going to make a video very soon that I'm going to be talking about hot takes. Some of you may have noticed I've collected hot takes. I asked on Twitter, I think I asked on Discord, and I think I even asked on the YouTube community tab. So I'm going to go over like what are people's hot takes and give my opinion on other people's hot takes, but also say my own. And one of my hot takes is there's no skill in split pushing, especially the way that Riot's enabled it in modern day League. Old split push used to be skill based, kinda, that you had to be kind of you're dueling your opponent and you had to win your duel and then you could continue the split push. Nowadays you're basically being rewarded of I'm gonna quick, like any time possible, especially for like Yorick or Sion, you're actively trying to avoid your opponent and sneak around the map, not doing PvP, but just looking for towers, especially with Hullbreaker, etc. Like that isn't skillful like at all. Clearly you're just hitting towers, and I think like items like Hullbreaker and stuff like that, and it's just not, for me personally, it's not the most skillful way to play the game. It's not the healthiest way to play the game. And a lot of people are climbing. Like you'll notice if you look through match histories, like people like this Yorick or a bunch of Sion players, you'll look through their match history and they have climbed a lot just in this season because that playstyle has only gotten stronger this season. It's noticeable, at least to me. Anyway, my bot lane, by the way, do get a 2-0 in bot lane, which is great. Viger is roaming, which again doesn't completely surprise me. As I said at the beginning of the game, this guy was a Katarina one-trick. So even though they're not playing Katarina, their mentality is going to stay the same, and their mentality is roam, no matter what champion they're really playing on. And for that, I can't blame them. You know, if you play 1,000 games of a champion and then the moment, you know, you're not going to change mentality straight away. I go for an engage straight away to see if I could kill the Viger returning to lane, and lo and behold, a Lulu shows up, which is a bit annoying. We're trying a 2v1. We do manage to get the heal off Lulu, which isn't bad, but obviously I was trying to look for a sneaky kill as Viger returned to lane, but with Lulu showing up, we could not manage it, which is a shame, but the strength is there, because obviously what's frustrating for me now is, you know, we've been relatively going even with Viger in lane, because I don't really think I can kill a Viger easily in early game as a Swain. Meanwhile, Vel'Koz's looking for a nice engage. He doesn't have ulti up. I land my E. Yes, I do. We've got Camille in the area. Camille goes for Lulu. And then the ignite from Camille, I believe, will get the shutdown. I annoyingly do a dumb flash because I thought the last tick wasn't going to kill, and the last tick did for the ignite. Going to try my best to help the Vel'Koz, and Wukong, of all people, shows up with flash, and the Vel'Koz does survive, so that's great. Yorick, of all people, moves over to mid, maybe feeling bad that his opponent roamed and he didn't. Yorick ghosting, trying to kill me. I just ghost and live. There's that. Nice and easy. And obviously, my ghost is less valuable than Yorick's, by the way, because I'm running Ghost Flash. Yorick is running Ghost TP, so his only movement summoner is Ghost, where I'll have Flash, I'll have Ghost again. Yeah, I wouldn't like, as a Yorick, I'd only want to use my Ghost when it is basically near a confirmed kill. And obviously that wasn't confirmed. You'll notice again, which is always interesting to me, when you do replays versus when you're playing live, there's more perspective about the game. You can be more, you know, I can be more thorough with what's going on and noticing things. One thing that's noticeable to me is obviously like the Viger, you can see, is pinging that I don't have any movement abilities. So that's the mentality of, hey, he's got no movement, we should look to do something here. And I don't fully remember this game. What's going to be interesting to me to see, do I die soon? Like, do I get ganked? Is that why I die? Like, that's also kind of an interesting point. What looks to be happening is the enemy team is trying to put a dive on bot lane. We did, by the way, which was quite unique in some ways, we had standard AD carry Ashe, which is rare. Obviously, if you've been playing League in the last couple months, Ashe has basically turned into a support. Even people playing AD carry Ashe in that role have still been building as the support, which is a bit weird. But this one actually just did standard Ashe, like actual AD carry Ashe. I don't remember if they were a main or something. I can have again a quick look. They main Jinx, then Vayne, then Triss, then Twitch, then Ezreal. Not even, Ashe is not even in their top 10. So crazy that they just pulled out standard Ashe AD carry, by the way. As for comps, by the way, I'm saying by the way too often. I will do my best not to say that too much. Comp-wise, we have a pretty good teamfight comp in some avenues. That we've got obviously Swain, we've got Wukong, we've got an Ashe engage, which is always good, never bad. So it's good in that aspect. Sedge on the back burner, Viger obviously roaming again. They nearly kill, or they try to fight the Zeri, but she's just a bit too strong. I go back, and this is the time that you obviously don't want anything to happen. I've gone back, don't risk anything, don't let Viger get a kill when I can't do anything about it. Gets the slow, they shouldn't risk it with the health bars that they're on. And Viger is back in mid. Have my Leandries now, so hopefully, and again, this is where like past me is looking at, well, future me, sorry, now is looking at past me going, logically, you should be looking to fight more. And this is the good thing about doing replays versus live commentaries. Again, I'll never do more replays than live commentaries. I'll prioritize the live commentaries, but this is where replays are valuable. I know some people, it's not for everybody. I get that. But honestly, what I'm going to say is live commentaries do not help me get better at the game, ever. Like, they are a distraction more than anything else. This, when I'm watching my own game back and I'm watching myself, I can be very much more self-critical because I'm not in the moment being emotionally attached to the game. When you're in a game of League, you know, one of the worst things you can do, whether it be a good or a bad thing, self-admitting mistakes constantly will only pretty much tilt you, because that's what sometimes a lot of content creators get. Not just me, pretty much every single content creator that does League stuff is mention your own mistakes. You always mention teammates' mistakes, mention yours. Trust me, and I know some people won't, but as a very high rated player, on average, we know the mistakes that we're making. I know that's crazy to some people, you won't believe us, but we do. There's a reason that we're high rating. Just why do we not mention them in the moment is because that will pretty much just tilt the living hell out of you. Because you're mentioning your own mistakes. You already have Twitch chat mentioning mistakes. You already know uploading the video, people in the comment section are going to make mistakes. And just mentioning it yourself just will probably drive you a bit over the edge. That's why a lot of content creators, you may notice, don't always say their own mistakes in the moment. But doing a replay like this, I will mention mistakes because I'm not emotionally attached to the game. going for an engage. Viger doesn't... It honestly looked like he wasn't even attempting to land the cage. And unfortunately, once again, the Lulu shows up and saves the day. So that would have been a kill, I believe, on Viger if Lulu didn't show up. You could argue in some aspects, like, did the Viger only fight me because he knew Lulu was coming? He may have just flashed away. He's got flash up. He may have just flashed away quicker if he knew Lulu wasn't coming, and the fight would have ended and I wouldn't have got a kill. But yeah, I only obviously died there because Lulu showed up. Now, unfortunately, the Wukong goes to the play with the flash, with the ult. And I don't know, I think he could have been a bit more patient with that. So he does end up not getting the kill, but Viger uses flash. Bot lane gets ganked. Ashe doing her best. Good flash, good cleanse. Does have a tower now, though. And I'm landing the W, seeing what I can do. I miss it on the sedge. I'm going to try and get there, but death has happened. Wukong, obviously, from using his ult, etc., in where he did, does not have ult now for this, which obviously it would have been very handy. And this fight is looking bad, obviously. Camille TPing. I'm landing a W. Do get the slow. Here we go. Big potential play. Camille's TP'd. 1 kill. Keep the play going. Oh no, sorry, Yorick TP'd in, which I remember that. I was very confused because of all champions that actually TP into a fight like this, Yorick should not be one of them. I know I don't like split push, but there are some champions like Yorick that pretty much are only split push. And we do end up getting a really nice clean. The hilarious thing is the enemy team, you can see they're spam pinging the Yorick. The only reason we managed to recoup that fight and actually get a bunch of them, 4 kills in total, is because Yorick did TP. If Yorick didn't TP, the rest of their team would have backed away, run away, and 2 or 3 of them would have survived. So yeah, that went quite well for us. Anyway, looking for the Viger, land the W, or at least not land the W, but force him, popping my ultimate, and Wukong does take the kill. It is a shame that Wukong is securing all the kills, it has to be said. Sharing the wealth and sharing the gold, I think, would go a long way. But just to also mention, you know, again, I hate to bring a negative comment into this, but the Camille, well, the Wukong was insanely toxic in Champ Select. Like, let's just say very bad. The Camille also responded not in a good way, but the Wukong was a lot worse. So going into this game, it's where the nature of promos frustrates me, because you can't dodge a promo. Meanwhile, hit the E on the Lulu, looking for the kill, seeing we can get it. She ults, landing the W, and Ashe arrow. Any second, wait for it. There, we do get the kill with Vel'Koz, which is nice. But yeah, one of the things, and I would like to hear your opinion about it, but I'm pretty sure most people would share the same way, is promos obviously are very important. What's annoying in promos is you cannot dodge. Now, I'm not a dodge player. People know that. I don't play and dodge. It's very, very, very rare for me to dodge any games. So, you know, again, the reason why Riot a few months ago, it might be more than a few months ago by now, if people remember, they changed the dodge rules. Why did they do that? Well, in higher rating, there were a lot of players abusing dodging. A lot of high rating players. That there was, even as crazy as it sounds, meanwhile Ashe goes down, there was a leaderboard. Someone was actually counting how many dodges some people were doing each day, and there would literally be very high rating players dodging like 20 times near a day. Meanwhile, trying to get the Yorick, I don't think I needed a flash in the end, which is a bit annoying. Sedge going over. I'm ghosting to try and get to the fight if I can. Camille's in the area. There is more people down in bot lane. Double kill for me. Lulu nearly going down, and now Zeri is here. Viger also TPs into the game. So that basically, by the way, Ashe got caught at the beginning, but that was all 5 players. That was a 5v5 pre-20 minutes in top lane tier 2 area. Very odd. No idea what's really going on. Camille trying her best, doesn't manage to get it right there, and that will be, by the way, I thought she was dead, but then she does a really good escape. So she played it badly, but then recovered it. And that will be, I think, the end of it. Ashe, by the way, yes, my Twitch chat, I didn't notice that in the game, but I remember them telling me the Ashe might have been trolling this game. My Twitch chat was under the assumption that the Ashe actually was potentially trolling, because she did do that like really random arrow, which is bizarre. So yeah. But anyway, bit weird that there was a massive fight in top lane pre-20 minutes, but that is just the nature of the game. As for the actual match itself, so both AD carries aren't actually having the best of time. They're very even. They're both 1-3-3, but you would naturally probably in modern day League give the advantage to a Zeri over an Ashe. Modern day champions tend to be a little bit more broken than old champions, and Ashe is very old, obviously. And that's where, like, Ashe is a very old champion. Sometimes they can develop these really weird, wacky, unique builds, like the mandate, slow, etc. build that Ashe has got going. Because sometimes older champions, the only way you can make them viable is do weird and wacky things. Anyway, one of the ways to counter Yorick, by the way, or any split push champion, is just absolutely muller them when they're alone. So they are pinging Baron. We get the shutdown, which is nice. And you can see the enemy team like, Baron, Baron. Which obviously, yes, that is one of the big risks of 3 of you commit to go kill him in bot lane. That does open up a Baron. But it is risky. Always a Baron is risky. We get the W. We know they're doing it at this point. And I think we're going to try and make our way. Ashe Arrow's coming down. Camille, that's big Ashe Arrow. Camille's going to go for it. If you kill the Sedge, it's a big deal. Big combo for Vel'Koz. Not massive DPS, but it gets them off the Baron. That's the main thing you want to do, because now we have arrived. Wukong once again goes for a flash play, doesn't manage to get it. And that will be the end of it for now. Yorick does have TP, which obviously the Veigar is noting. Looking for an E just in case it was still waiting that bush. And Ashe, by the way, yes, our weird Ashe that a lot of my Twitch chat thinks was trolling. She was split pushing bot lane. If she makes it out alive, it's actually not bad. She got a tier 2 tower. We stopped the Baron. It's not the end of the world. It's just obviously she shouldn't be split pushing as Ashe, clearly. So, yeah. But Yorick TPs, wastes it again. Sejuani is roaming. Oh, sorry, not roaming. She is now split pushing top lane. So, very odd. But at this stage of the game, we've got our 2 items. Swain, I've always kind of said, he comes online, which is a lot of the champions I play, apparently. 3 items. A lot of the champions I play need 3 items, not including tier 2 boots. But yeah, and a lot of them, you know, a lot of the champs I play are battle mages or control mages. And control mages right now are Leandries, Demonic, and then something else. Wukong goes for a big engage, looking to ulti. I managed to dodge the cage, which is nice. Ashe Arrow comes over, gets the Zeri. I'm going to go to the back line and see what we can do. Do get Sejuani ulted. I'm still alive right now, and I don't manage to get the Zeri. But I did a lot of work, obviously taking a lot of ults, doing a lot of damage, and forcing the enemy team on me, not the rest of my team. Delaying them for many seconds. Camille, though, does end up finishing off the Zeri, I believe, and then Vel'Koz gets the Lulu. So, you know, although I died without, I think, getting a kill, we actually did a lot of work in that fight, which isn't too bad. I'm not sure Baron is on the table right now, but yeah. So, game itself is very even, which... These are the games I will say, they are stressful as hell. I think most people would agree. But I would rather games like this than stomps. And it does seem one of the things, and you know, give your opinion, let me know. One of the things I would say about the durability update that I think has been a success, no matter if you know, if you like just pure one-shots or whatever, games are closer. There's less stomps. And you know, maybe some people aren't happy with that. Maybe some people out there want stomps, whether they win or lose, they just want it to be a stomp. I don't like that. I like well-rounded games that both teams can win. Like right now, both teams can win this game 100%. It is a 500 gold difference of 24-minute game. Enemy team has got dragon advantage. Like both teams can win this game at this stage, which is good. You know, both teams scale pretty well. Mistakes can make a big difference. So I like these. These are fun. They are stressful. You know, don't get me wrong. You feel more stressed in these games, I would say, than a stomp, because a stomp, you know, when it's happening, oh, the game's over, done. This game, it's ongoing. Who's going to win? It's it's not determined yet. So you have to continuously playing well. You can't relax, because if you're winning a stomp, you can relax a bit because you're so far ahead. Land the W, we actually snipe that kill, which I'll always take. But yeah, you can relax a little bit when you're stomping. And when you're getting stomped, you weirdly can relax too, because you're like, well, we're getting stomped. We're starting the Baron. We do know Sedge is in the jungle over here, by the way. Enemy team obviously are not going to want to let this happen, but this is the weird nature, I will say, of this Yorick player. Yorick should not even be grouping at this stage. Legit, still, he should not be grouping. Ashe Arrow coming down. I ult. I'm getting locked in the Yorick cage, but we're still doing okay. I flash, by the way, in. Why the hell did you do that flash? That's weird. I was going to die anyway, I think, but I managed to get into the fight, blow my demon bird up, and put my dots on everybody before I died. So it was worth it. You know, if I do a few hundred damage to every single champion at least, that's worth the death. Meanwhile, Vel'Koz is having the duel of the fates with the Sejuani, which even if he dies, which he does, it's fine. Why? Because he's giving them time for this. If Sedge was just lurking here, it would always be that risk of, oh, she could steal the Baron. There was no risk because Vel'Koz took the fight to her. So even though he died, gave her a shutdown, I think that's completely fine, in my book at least. Meanwhile, for some reason, by the way, Lulu did like a weird kind of troll flash. And now they are both potentially in trouble. One dead, and Sedge, I think, will end up surviving. But yeah, I don't know if the Lulu got tilted or something from that play. But yeah, we didn't see it, but she was standing here, basing, I think, or something. And then she just flashes randomly. I think she was expecting Camille to engage on her, but then she overstayed and then got killed for nothing. So that was weird. Next item, obviously, if you know the standard Swain build, Riley. Swain, I will say, you're going to see a few games of Swain in the next few days. He is too strong. And this is one thing that I will always say is I do have champion bias. Every single League of Legends player does. But I try to make my champion bias fair. If I call a champion OP or unfun, yeah, it's my opinion. But even if I enjoy a champion, I will still call it OP. Like, that's what I think sometimes the difference with some players is, like, Katarina is unfun, gets fed too easy, but Katarina players will say it's the hardest champion in the game, which is definitely not. They'll call it weak when it's not. They'll never admit that champion is strong in any way. But if I play Anivia, and I have done a lot this season, I continuously was saying Anivia should be nerfed. Continuously. When I'm playing Swain, Swain should get nerfed. Like, I'm completely fine with admitting if sometimes the champions I'm playing are too strong. They should get nerfs. Some players don't do that. Some do. A lot of players don't. And I think part and parcel, I will say of that, I don't think it's me specifically as a person. I think it's the type of player that I am, in the fact that I'm not tied to a champion. I move my champion pool. Again, Anivia, my best champion. I'm not playing it anymore. I'm bored. That's the thing, is if you just play Katarina or you just play whatever champion, you're going to be more defensive about it because you're worried if that champion gets nerfed, then your climb is screwed, right? I don't care if Swain gets nerfed or Anivia gets nerfed because I'll just move on to a different champion. Meanwhile, by the way, Sejuani actually makes a mistake there. If she didn't jump over, my ultimate would have run out. Like, legitimately, my ult would have left me because when you're not actively attacking, I do land an E into big damage. I do survive for now, but then Yorick's above me. Hello, Yorick. Do a bit of damage to him. He does kill me, but now Ashe can hopefully DPS him a little bit. Camille doing a bit of spring cleaning. Wukong finally makes it into the fight. He goes for his ultimate a bit too late. Zeri's got the movement speed, but he just gets the kill with the empowered Q. And once again, no idea why Yorick is actually grouping at this stage, and he will go down. Yorick is one of the worst team fighters in the game of League of Legends. He doesn't have any team fight at all. So that's the thing. I don't like split push. I don't think it's skillful in any way in its current state. But this Yorick should be doing it. That's the thing. He should be. This is where I'd fully admit he's hurting himself by not doing it, which is odd. Sedge is obviously going to look for a steal if she can get it. Wukong should be pulling the dragon out of the pit, by the way. I still, to this day, I used to be a jungle main many years ago. He's finally doing it. I used to be a jungle main. I will never get junglers that don't take it out. Like that, it's just got stolen. Yes, he did take it out, but you're giving consistent vision to the Sejuani so she exactly knows how much health the dragon's on throughout the whole time because you're giving her vision of the pit. If you pull it out, you can take vision away. So weird. Again, to me, that is like jungling 101, that if you're brand new to jungling, you're brand new to the game, that's the thing you should learn. One of the first things is take the dragon away from vision, take it away, blah, blah, blah. Does seem, by the way, the Vel'Koz was tilting a bit, by the way. Looks for a couple weird engages from time to time, and obviously he just got blown up. So the game is still on the fence. It does look like in actual fighting, we have advantage, but other things going this game, like Camille is now overstaying and now getting caught. Does do a good ulti, because again, she's actually immune to CC while she's ulting. So that was smart, but again, she shouldn't be in the position to get herself potentially caught there. Look for this Viger, which again, we're all doing silly mistakes. I'm like, dude, it's a free. Potentially, I got baited, I'd say. I do get one kill. I'm not dead yet. I'm still alive. I do miss the E. I'm still alive. Sejuani flashes after me. If she didn't flash, I would have lived. So that's annoying that she had flash. But yeah. So I think potentially it would look a bit weird there what the Viger was doing, but maybe he did a bait. Ashe has turned up. If she does DPS, she should be able to clean here. She does not get one kill because, again, the champion does very low damage. And we'll say, you'll see the damage at the end of the game. I'll bring it up. People did point out this Ashe never built Infinity Edge, which seems to be where most Ashe's damage actually comes from, is when she gets the item, and she never built it. So that is probably why you're watching this Ashe do basically no damage. Meanwhile, Yorick has finally worked out he needs to split push, so he is now split pushing, and the moment a lane opponent arrives, he starts to try and run away. He is now going to finally take the fight. Vel'Koz and Camille do end up killing him, but again, if he took the fight to the Camille, away from the Vel'Koz, maybe Yorick could have got the kill before Vel'Koz could have got involved. But anyway, enemy team looking for the Ashe. She will end up dying, I believe. Does. Veigar puts himself in a precarious situation and trades. And considering the Veigar is actually semi-strong, that's not a worth trade. This Ashe is struggling to do damage this game, and the Veigar is doing damage, so that was honestly not a very good trade kill. That's one thing people say to me, you know, what's things to improve? Every single player is different. Every single player needs to improve at different things. Meanwhile, Sedge is actually fighting me, which confused me, you know, to be honest. Go for the ulti. I'm going to just chase down the Sedge. I am ghosting so I can stay on top of her. Burn, baby, burn. But I think they might get away. Wukong looking for the Lulu. I don't think we get them, unfortunately. I have burnt Ghost, by the way. My dot eventually kills Lulu, which is crazy. And I think that will be it, unfortunately. So yeah, we only get one. Baron is up, though, so that might give us Baron prio once again. But yeah, one of the big things that I think people say, like, oh, what can you improve at? And by the way, yes, Yorick is split pushing again. So he's finally figured out that's what he needs to do. And yet, hence the, you know, frustration is, oh, we have to go deal with him. Because if you don't deal with him, he'll just kill every single thing in the game PvE style, not PvP. And again, the moment that people arrive, he's going to run away. Baron is being done, though, which is risky. Bad Sejuani ulti. Engage coming through. Ashe arrow doesn't land. And yeah, this looks to be pretty bad for my team, as you can see. The good thing is Wukong survived. When Wukong survives, it always gives the chance that the enemy team is like, oh, you know, they still have a jungler. Lo and behold, yep, split push McGee is still bot lane. And here comes, hopefully, a goodish play. Wukong's in, still has got ulti, which surprised me, to be honest. No one dead so far. Yes, Yorick is continuing the split push, because that's what he's going to do. But we end up getting 2 kills. Yorick's doing that, which, again, let me know what you guys think of it. I'd genuinely be interested to know what you guys think about this, because obviously, again, I don't rate it. You know, I never will rate that type of play, because for me, League, I know the ultimate goal, and whenever I've spoken about it in Twitch chat, sometimes people feel smart and they go, but the ultimate thing of League of Legends is kill the Nexus. Sure, but League is a PvP game. But players like that, they do genuinely, to me, treat it as PvE, player versus environment, not player versus player, because their goal is not beating their opponents. Their goal is killing the Nexus. And I know technically, I guess that is the goal of League. That's how you win. But dude, it just doesn't feel right to me personally. But again, everyone's different. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion. That's, if you don't agree with me, that's fine. Again, I think that's also been a bit of a miscommunication for me to some people, is my hot takes or my opinions are just my opinions. I'm not here to try and convince you that you should agree to everything I say, and vice versa. I don't have to agree with everything you say. That's just my point, is it's opinions. So it's crazy though, because it does seem a very strong, easy playstyle at the moment, at least. So this is a big deal. Sedge goes in quite early, tries to get the steal, doesn't get it this time, thankfully. Wukong did smite it well. And we do get 1 kill. Wukong engaging, doesn't get his ulti. He's going way too deep, is getting caught out, trying to ult away. Zeri mispositioning though. Does get a bit of DPS, does get the kill on Wukong, and he will go down. So again, the Wukong mucking up a little bit there. Just going too deep unnecessarily. We kill the Sejuani. We could have gone straight over to the Baron with our jungler alive and do Baron, but no, we can't because Wukong died. Things like that, you know? So I would point out at this stage of the game, even though it hasn't been a crazy pop-off game, we are 7-6-20. We've actually got 20 assists. So I've been in 27 of the 37 kills this game. So it's weird. It's like, you know, it hasn't felt like, even watching the replay, that I've been doing that well. But I have been involved in a lot of this game. More than pretty much anybody else. Yeah, I've been involved in this game more than anyone on the enemy team. Ashe arrow coming in, doing a W, landing it. Enemy team, as you can kind of tell, is desperate for that Baron. And again, Baron is strong, but I wouldn't like be that desperate for it. Camille's going for split push, and they're still trying. So again, I'm Swain. Don't underestimate a Swain in a grouping team fight situation is what I got to say. Enemy team's burning it down. I go for a flash play to see what we can do. I land my E. They do get the Baron, the enemy team. They do also kill me, shut down. Camille, though, having a bit of a field day in the back line. We did a decent amount of damage. Nice bounce back there. And we end up going to pretty much clean the entire enemy team. Lulu is still alive. I think she goes down as well. So that's the thing. Enemy team was so desperate for that Baron, it actually cost them that much. Which to me is just bizarre. Like, I don't know. They should have backed away from that. Obviously, if Camille is split pushing like that, let's be honest, you know she's got teleport. And that, by the way, was the game. So we started this game at 99 LP. We needed 1 LP for this match, and I am pleased to say we got it, and we are now in Master Promo. And I also will bring up the damage done in this match, because honestly, I will say it surprised me a bit. Like, maybe it shouldn't, but I was involved in a lot of this game, and there is the damage done. So yeah, I did the most damage in the game, considerably the most, over the enemy team at least. One person on my team wasn't too far away, and that was the Vel'Koz. So our Ashe, once again, no damage. He didn't buy Infinity Edge. We did really well this game. We were a big distraction. We did a lot in teamfights, blowing up and putting dot damage on. And obviously over our lane opponent, the Viger, we do 15,000 more damage than just our lane opponent. So it was one of those weird games that the KDA, which you can see over there, 7-7. Oh, that's not too impressive. Then you consider the 25 assists. We were involved in 32 out of the 42 kills this game. Pretty good, like, team play Swain is what I got to say. It wasn't like carry Swain, although it kind of was. It was more like I'm going to be involved in every fight, do damage in every fight, and hopefully that'll be enough. And that's what a lot of the time it was. A lot of the time I would die in a team fight. I might have killed one opponent, but it was more I'm doing a lot of damage to 3 to 4 people. By the time they kill me, they're all less than half health. Okay, my team, you can finish them off. That's kind of what happened. So overall, not too bad. Again, this game, why I didn't commentate, again, it was frustrating because, again, when you're in Champion Select, and you kind of feel the game was doomed from the beginning. Why did I feel the game was doomed? Because of the Wukong especially, and obviously with the Camille interaction. The Wukong was insanely toxic in Champ Select. And as someone in promo, and that may be a point I was trying to make earlier, you cannot dodge. In promo, if you dodge a game, it's a loss in your promotion series. So you're kind of held to play every single match you go in that it goes through because you can't dodge. Or, you know, there's no point to dodge. That's the thing. Some people are like, why can't you dodge? Just take the loss. If you dodge, it's guaranteed a loss in promo. If you play a game like this game, you might win. That's the point. You might win, and we did. It's just frustrating. But anyway, that's going to be it. That is getting ourselves back into Master Promo. Again, stressful games for 1 LP, but that's just the way of it. If you guys enjoyed this commentary, please do throw a like on it. Again, hopefully you're all having a good time, and as I said before, you are going to get a couple of replay videos for the Master Promo. Again, I didn't want to give away at the beginning of the video, but yes, for the actual Master Promo that we're now in, I decided to not really do commentaries because, again, it was very stressful. I was not dealing very well with the stress. So just to explain, you're going to get 2 replay ones like this, and then I think the third game might be POV, and then after it there's other stuff. So yeah, that is what you're going to be getting for the next few days of content. If you guys enjoyed though, please do throw a like on it, throw a comment, throw a subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Call down!